Africa is one of the important regions in the world, though many people still not understand the importance of Africa in the world, but it is still to be very useful region in this universe. Many people who are living in Africa, including Africans, especially Africans, they don't understand the meaning and the importance and the useful of the region of Africa. In fact, there is no other place in the world that it have very useful minerals like Africa. What I wanted to mean is this. Africa it have a lot of minerals than other places in this world. And I don't think if there is any place in this world that we can compare with our continent Africa. Every continent have its people, every continent have its own resources. But what about Africa? In fact, Africa it have many people and a huge population, but still it have the poorest society inside it compared with other continents. Sometimes when I look at my continent, Africa, I'm very grateful to look at the way it is, because this continent it is very beautiful continent, but because of people who are weak, people who doesn't have strength to control it and to dominate it as well as other continents. The Africa are still to be poorest continent in the world, though it have a lot of minerals and a lot of resources to build wealth in the continent. America continent, Europe continent, and Asia continent, without forget South America continent and the Oceania, which is Australasia continent. These are the other continents in the world, but this continent we can't compare with our Africa continent. The Africa continent is the lovely continent that everyone have it because of its resources, beautiful nature like forests. It have large things and huge forest in it. The forest that found in Congo DRC, known as Congo Forest, one of the largest forests in the world. It is the second forest after the Amazon forest of South America. But not only forests, also source of waters like rivers and lakes. We have a right to depend on our river Nile, which is the longest river in the world and the fastest river in the world, before that of Amazon. But not only River Nile, we have Congo River, which is one of the important rivers in this universe. We have lakes that are deeply lakes like Lake Tanganyika, which is the first lake deeply, and it is the first lake that have many things like fish and other resources that can control and can make electricity. But not only that, we have many things and many resources. We have many minerals and many things that can create wealth in our continent. The Congo DRC is one of the countries that have a lot of minerals such as diamonds that can create many things, without forget coppers that can create wires and can supply electricity in the continent. But not only that, The Nigeria is one of the biggest country in Africa and is one of the largest producer of oil in Africa, and not only in Africa but also in the other parts of the world after Russia and other countries. We have many things, others I cannot talk them here because of time. But the truth is this: Africa is one of the important continents in this universe. Africa, we are poor, and we have many poor people in our continent. But the problem is this: we don't know how to create wealth with our resources that we have. And this is the biggest challenge that Africans are faced in the continent. We shall know how to create wealth and how to develop our continent using our resources such as minerals, forests, and wildlife. So, what shall we do? In fact, our leaders should know how to control the continent well. We have our unity, which is known as the Organization of African Union, and this union is very important. But when you compare the Organization of African Union and that of European Union, you'll see many differences. And you'll find that the European Union is well developed than that of the Organization of African Union. Why is it like this? It's because Africa leadership is very poor developed, and because of this, we shall know how to develop our continent very well. Our leaders shall sit down and seek for ways to develop the continent in a good way and in good direction. And I want you to know that the resources that we have in Africa are very useful, and we can create wealth. In fact, Africa is the richest continent in the world, though it's the poorest continent in the world in other side. It's because of lack of knowing how to develop our continent. And the problem is all about our leaders. So what should they do? They should seek for ways to control and to empower our continent and our societies too.